Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today I want to talk about how to set up a beautiful English learning routine every day. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want you to know is that if you try to listen intensively, please don't. Because listening is such a wonderful experience that we can have in terms of learning English. If you're listening to things intensively, that means you need to focus. You need to figure out what other people says to you on the tape every single minute. You cannot be so focused like that. You will feel so frustrated and lost and so exhausted. You might want to give up learning English. So the best way to listen to something is that you can listen while you do other things. For example, I like to listen to Joe Rogan or the other thing I like to listen to Joe Rogan and Lieberman. I like to Joe Rogan while eating breakfast. And his words is very, very simple. His sentence is very simple. The idea that he tried to convey is very simple for me to understand. I can actually absorb what he wants to say all the time while I was focusing on doing other things. And if I'm trying to eating is really interesting thing for me because I don't have to focus on eating. I don't have to really figure out how many grams of rice I have in my bowl in order to eat properly. I just have to eat and relax and enjoy my meal. Well, my ears are absorbing all those beautiful information for me. That's the wonderful feeling in terms of listening. Think about it. When you are walking down the street with your friend, and you guys are talking, and you guys are saying so many beautiful things to each other. I don't know why I'm saying beautiful things. You are actually chit-chatting with each other, and every now and then you would just look around and see what is going on the street, and at the same time you still listen to your friend. You're still trying to absorb all those information that she or him try to give it to you. You don't really need to focus on what he says, what sort of structure that his mouth has, and what sort of eyes that my friend trying to have right here. You're not doing that, because doing that sort of laser focused analyzed is doing that really weird laser focused analyzing is not appropriate. Nobody wants you to do that. What other people wants you to do is that give a response, have a beautiful conversation, just listen to them, just give them a chance to talk. And every now and then, you will have the chance to respond. Every now and then, you will have your solution to the problem that they try to give it to you. Every now and then, you will have your moment to speak up. So when you listen to other people, when you listen to the material in English that you have, you need to tell yourself that I don't need to be focused. I'm not doing the exam right now. I'm trying to enjoy listening. I'm trying to improve my English listening. I'm trying to practice my listening in the real situation where other people's so focused talking about their issues. There's no situation that would be so perfect like the exam, IELTS or TOEFL, that will allow us to listen intensively to one materials in one go. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Whenever time we practice listening while doing other things. We're practicing listening while focused on other things. We practice listening while our mind is completely wandering elsewhere. And that's how we practice listening. That's how we interact with other people. So next time, if you want to practice your listening, please just turn on the show, turn on whatever you like to listen. Just listen to it as a background noise, as a background music, as a background conversation. And every now and then you pick up some crucial information from the show. Every now and then you hear something and you feel like you need to respond. It's not necessarily you need to understand the thing. The process of practice is the most important thing. You need to really be familiar with the situation that you will need to involve yourself in English practice every day. You don't need to tell yourself, okay, I really need to be focused on this listening material. I was not that sort of people who can focus on doing one thing every day. That's just so horrified. Only writer needs to do that. But even though when a writer, for example, Fitzgerald, when he wrote, I think, Tender Night, he just walking in and out of his room, and he's not focused. He's not really sit there and do the thing that he needs to do. He's just so painful that he couldn't be focused. And that's the normal process. You don't need to be apologized. You don't need to feel so embarrassed when you cannot focus on what you're doing. So if you want to practice your listening, just practice when you are doing other things. Just practice your listening while you're focusing on other things. And that's the normal way we communicate with other people. And the second thing I want to talk to you about is that if you want to speak in a specific accent, if you want to have this beautiful pronunciation of English, you need to pick up a specific show to watch. For example, right now I'm so obsessed of watching Survivor episode. I don't know what sort of episode I like to watch. Season 45. I really like to watch Survivor. I really like the moment where they have this inner talking. They sit on the rock and face the camera and try to analyze the situation, try to talk to themselves about what things they think is so crucial to win this game. Can they be the winner? Can they survive this show? Can they cooperate with other people? What sort of opinion they have on other people? What sort of things they think is so essential to build up team spirit? That's the thing that they want to talk about. That's the thing that's so attractive to me. Because when they talk about this sort of thing, I feel like, come on, you are not seeing the real picture. You are not seeing the full picture. Let me help you. Let me involve with your competition. Let me participate. Let me be there with you. Let me give you the understanding you need to have. Let me just be there with you. But of course, I cannot be there with them because I'm not in the show. I'm just an audience. But the problem is, when I got myself involved with this show so much, I would feel like I need to talk to them. I need to talk like them. I need to communicate with them. I need to speak the language they speak. I need to understand things just like they do. And I really appreciate this show to actually invite so many people from different regions of the United States. They all come together to join this show to have this wonderful time during the whole production period. I really enjoy to watching them doing something together, to watching them. I really enjoy watching them doing things together, accomplish a task together, and even solving a problem together. I really, really enjoy that show. So when I'm really enjoying the show, I like to binge watching. I really like to watching the whole thing in one go. Maybe you can say that watching things in one go, binge watching, is not really healthy. You waste your time, you waste your energy. How can you ever sleep at night? I don't really consider that as a problem to myself. I don't really consider that as a problem to me because for me, watching TV shows, watching English TV shows is really a ultimate enjoyment. I like to listen to other people speaking. I like to figure out what sort of accent I like to copy. I like to figure out what sort of things they're doing right there. I like feel the way that I'm part of something. So when I'm part of something mentally, I will more willing to learn. So after I pick the show, I would pick the specific people I want to follow. I would pick the specific girl that I want to copy, especially someone from New York. I always pick my accent from beautiful regions that I really, really like to go. For example, California, New York. I would like to picture myself in the beautiful street, talking to people in San Francisco or Los Angeles, that sort of place. And when I imagine myself in this sort of place, I'm more willing to talk like the people who are actually from that sort of place. And so is it a California accent is more suitable for me to copy, or is a New York accent is more suitable for me to copy? I cannot figure it out. But the problem is, if I really like the show, I like to pick the specific person I like to follow. So usually I will have one people from Survivor to, as my guru to teach me how to speak in English. And I know they have accents. I know they have this wonderful way to express their feelings. I know they have this, this local, land district related personality or temperament. I like that. I like when they express their temper. I like when they express their feelings outrageously. I don't like those people who doesn't know what they're talking about. They're so afraid to express their feelings, but at the same time, they're so fulfilled with all those informations, all those feelings and emotions. They feel like they want to burst in front of me. So pick your show and pick the specific person you want to follow it and pick her accent. And the most beautiful thing is going to happen to you. When you pick someone, you will become her. You will become like her. And she's your twin sister. And she's someone who is so special, who is so wonderful, who owns this beautiful accent that you want to have for all those years. And you just have to copy her. You just say what she wants to say. You just be what she wants to be. And I think that's a beautiful feeling. Sometimes when people try to copy other people, it feels like, well, please don't. You have to really dig your own personality. You really need to be yourself. But actually, before we can be ourselves, we need to learn what sort of people we want to become, what sort of things we need to do, what sort of future we like to hold. All those things needs intensive analyze. We cannot be ourselves when we cannot know, when we don't know what sort of thing we need to do, what sort of person we need to be, and what sort of future we want to hold. We want to hold. We need to be someone else in order to be ourselves. For example, if I want to speak perfect English, I need to know what sort of accent I want to speak. English accent or British accent or American accent is very, just superficial. You really cannot identify yourself with English accent or American accent. You have to pick the specific person. If you like Megyn Kelly, just choose her. If you like Brad Cooper, just follow her, listen to her, say what she says, and do what she does. You just do that. And I have to tell you, as a second language learner, you can never actually copy enough of other people's accent because you always have your own accent. Really stand right up there, hold your tie and sing, please don't go, please don't go, please don't abandon me. I really need to speak like me. But you cannot give up your accent. You couldn't because it holds you too tight. You cannot give up. So every time you want to improve your English speaking, you copy other people. And by the time you stop copying them, your old accent is floating back to your heart. You can never ever be away from them. Okay, and the third thing is that just enjoying learning English. I really like to talk in English. I really like to learn English. That's my point of view. But for you, I think the most crucial thing is to learn how to enjoy learning English. And the most crucial thing for you to do is that if you force yourself to learn English all day long, you might feel so frustrated. You may feel so lost, and you would definitely have to consider entertainment as your first priority at your nighttime routine. Yes, when we talk about entertainment, should we just go to bars? Should we just enjoy the club? Or should we just go outside, talk to our random people? No, that's not what I'm talking about. My point of view of a healthy nighttime routine is just wind down. Just, lay on the sofa watching TV shows, just have a really relaxed, cozy moment of your own, totally private, nobody allowed to get into your private meditation period. And that's it. And at this moment, you really need to just relax, stop pushing yourself to learn English, and just enjoying whatever you had. If you like to watch some mother tongue native speaker TV shows, you go ahead and watch. And if you want to listen to some songs, you go ahead and listen. You don't have to push yourself to learn English all day long. And that would, if you push it so hard, you may feel so lost and so frustrated, you might want to give up. And I don't really want you to give up. So the crucial point is listen as much as you can. Practice listening as the crucial point is practice listening as much as you can. And if you want to improve your English speaking, if you want to have some specific accent, accent is very difficult topic for me to talk about, because I feel like I'm discriminating other people when I talk about what sort of accent I want to have, especially all those accents I choose for myself to learn. It's always, I think it's like a Sarah Jessica Parker from Sex and the City, or Marianne from Desperate Housewife, that sort of characters. It's not really very open mind to loads of different accents, but that's what I want. That's the accent I want to have. And I have to be honest with you, no matter how much I want to practice, no matter how much I want to copy their way of saying English, I can never actually talk exactly like them. I always have my own accent right here, right now, stare in front of my eyes. So in front of my face. So please don't worry that you would definitely hold on to your own. You would definitely have your own accent. You will never lost it. You will never lose it. So please don't worry. You will always have a beautiful accent that you want to have. It solely belongs to you. It's your accent. It's completely you. Nothing can compare to that. And please don't worry that you're gonna lose it. You will never will. So, and the third thing, of course, learn how to practice. Yes, play hard, relax hard. So just relax. Enjoying learning English, enjoying every moment that you push yourself so hard to learn English. Because if you finally get a chance to speak fluently, to impress other people with your English, you will feel so fulfilled. And that's the moment you feel like you accomplished it. Your life is so wonderful because you have the confidence to speak in another language. You have the confidence to express yourself whenever you want. You have the confidence to be you. So that's today's topic. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.